Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to draft, cut and sew this beautiful gathered bustier dress with a stylish basque effect. It is very simple, detailed and beginner friendly. So if you love what you see and you want to know how it was achieved, please watch this video till the end. These are the Ankara fabric I'll be using for today's tutorial. I'm going to be using one for the upper part, then the other one is going to be for the gathered part of the dress. Before that, I'm going to go ahead to draft on my pattern paper before transferring to my main fabric. So here I have my pattern paper laid out and I'll be drafting the front block of the dress first. The front block is a bustier and I'll be starting with that. First, I'm going ahead to draw a straight line which is going to be serving as my shoulder line. Next, I'll go ahead to insert half of my shoulder measurement on this line. Go ahead to mark that. Then I'll come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope and mark, after which I'll go ahead to insert my armhole depth of 8.5 inch. After doing that, I'm going to go ahead to draw the armhole line like this. Then I'll also go ahead to draw the chest line. Next, I'll go ahead to insert my vertical measurement. So I'll place my tape rule on the shoulder line. Then I'll mark my shoulder to bust point, which is 12 inch. After marking that, I'll mark my shoulder to under bust, which is 15.5 inch. Then I'll go ahead to mark my shoulder to half length, which is 18 inch. After marking that, I'll draw straight horizontal lines at the point I just marked, after which I'll go ahead to label them appropriately. Once I'm done with this, the next I'm going to go ahead to do now is to take out my dart. And for the dart, the first thing I'll go ahead to do is to mark half of my bust span measurement. So my bust span measurement is 9 inch divided by 2 is 4.5. I'll go ahead to mark the 4.5 from the bust point all the way down to the waistline, after which I'll connect the points together. After marking that, the next I'm going to go ahead to do now is to tighten my underbust. And to do that, I'm going to be using 2.5 inch for that. So I'll go ahead to mark 1.25 on both sides of my nipple to nipple line on the underbust and also on the waistline, like you see me doing in the video, after which I'll connect the underbust to the waistline with a straight line like this. Once I'm done with this, I'll come down from the bust point by 1 inch and mark also. Then I'll go ahead to draw the underbust curve with the curved part of my ruler, like you see me doing in the video. So this is what the underbust curve is going to look like. Next, I'm going to go ahead to tighten the armhole, and to do that, I'll divide what I have on this armhole line into 2 and mark. After marking that, I'll connect that point to the bust point using a straight line with my ruler like this. Next, I'm going to go ahead to take the armhole dart, and for the dart, I'm going to be coming down by 1 inch from this point and mark. Then I'll connect that same point to the bust point with a straight line like this. Once I'm done with this 1 inch I took out for the dart, I'm going to be replacing it, because if you should leave it this way, you will have some shortage. And to replace that, I'll go up by 1 inch from this point and mark. Then I'll extend this dart leg with my ruler, like you see me doing in the video. After which, I'm going to go ahead to blend the bust area to eliminate any sharp edge at that point. Once I'm done tightening the armhole, the next I'm going to go ahead to do now is to insert my body circumference measurement. So on the chest line, I'll mark my bust measurement divided by 4. So the bust measurement I'm working with is 41 inch. I'll go ahead to divide that by 4 and I'll mark it on the chest line. After marking that on the chest line, I'll measure what I have on this dart area and replace it on the side. Then I'll mark my seam allowance of 2 inch also. Next, I'll move over to the waistline. On the waistline, I'll mark my waist measurement divided by 4 and I'll mark that. After marking that, I'm going to go ahead to replace the 2.5 inch that I took on this side on the side. Then I'll mark my seam allowance of 2 inch. Next, I'll go ahead to connect the chest line to the waist with a straight line with my ruler like this. After which, I'm going to go ahead to draw the armhole. So once I'm done doing this, next I'm going to go ahead to take the bust dart. The bust dart is the difference between your front and your back half length. And for me, I'm going to be working with 1.5 inch. So I'll come down by 1.5 inch from the bust point and mark. Then I'll connect that point to my nipple to nipple line with a straight line, like you see me doing in the video. So this is what the bust dart is going to look like. So next I'm going to move over to the neckline. So for the neckline, I'll go ahead to mark a neck width of 4 inch and a neck depth of 4 inch also. So the neck width and the neck depth depends on the body size, and the formula to get your neck width is displayed on the screen. After marking the neck width and the neck depth, I'm going to go ahead to draw a simple round neck with my ruler like this, after which I'll go ahead to draw the shoulder slope. So after drafting, this is what the front block of the dress is going to look like. The next I'm going to go ahead to do is to cut it out. Before cutting it out completely, I'm going to go ahead to close the bust darts like you see me doing in the video. After which I'll go ahead to cut out the other darts also. After cutting, this is what the front block is going to look like. So when you place them like this, make sure that the armhole aligns properly as you can see on the screen. So next I'm going to go ahead to draft the back block for the dress we are making. So for the back, the first thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to mark my zipper allowance of 1.5 inch on the center back. So I'll go ahead to mark the 1.5 inch all the way down, after which I'll connect the point together with a straight line. So next I'll go ahead to insert my shoulder measurement. So I'll mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2 at the top like this. Then I'll come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope and mark, after which I'll go ahead to insert my armhole depth of 8.5 inch. After doing that, I'm going to go ahead to draw the armhole line like this. Then I'll also go ahead to draw the chest line. So next I'm going to go ahead to insert my neck measurement. So I'll mark a neck width of 4 inch for the back. The neck width for the front and the back is always the same. Then I'll mark a neck depth of 1.5 inch for the back. After which I'm going to go ahead to draw a simple round neck with my ruler like this. Then I'll also go ahead to draw the shoulder slope for the back. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead to insert my shoulder to half length measurement. So remember, your shoulder to half length for the front and the back is not the same. So make sure you take your client's measurement properly before doing this to avoid having the back looking longer than the front. So next I'm going to go ahead to insert my body circumference measurement. So on the chest line, I'll mark my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 2 inch sewing allowance. After marking that, I'll move over to the waistline. On the waistline, I'm going to go ahead to insert my waist measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch for that and 2 inch for the sewing allowance. After which I'll go ahead to connect the chest line to the waistline with a straight line. Then I'll go ahead to draw the armhole for the back. So next I'm going to go ahead to mark the dart. For the dart, I'll mark half of my bust measurement on the chest line and also on the waistline. After which I'll connect the 2 points together with my ruler like you see me doing in the video. So after connecting, I'm going to go ahead to take out the dart. For the dart, I'll be marking 0.5 inch on both sides of the bust band line I just drew. Then I'll go ahead to draw the dart with my ruler like you see me doing in the video. So this is what the back is going to look like. The next thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to eliminate the zipper board on the center back, and to do that I'll be coming in by 0.5 inch at this point, and I'll also be going in by 0.5 inch on this other side also. After which I'll connect the point to the chest line with my ruler like this. So this is going to help the back relax properly and you won't have a bulge when the dress is being worn. So this is what the back block is going to look like. Next I'm going to go ahead to cut it out like you see me doing in the video. So this is what the back block is going to look like. The next thing we're going to go ahead to do now is to draft the skirt part of the dress we are making. So for the skirt, I'm going to be starting with the front of the skirt, and I'll be cutting the front of the skirt on fold because of the side backs effect we have on the skirt. So it would be nice to cut it on fold to be able to achieve the side backs effect that is on the front block of the skirt. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead to do now is to mark my waist to hip depth line. So I'll place my tape rule starting from 18 inch. My half length was 18 inch, so I'll start from 18 inch. From that point I'll mark my waist to hip depth line. So the distance from my waist to hip depth line is 9.5 inch. I'm going to go ahead to take that measurement and I'll mark it like this. After marking that, I'll go ahead to draw a straight horizontal line at the point I just marked. So next I'm going to go ahead to insert my waist measurement at the top. So on the waistline, I'm going to go ahead to mark my waist measurement divided by 4 and mark. I will not be adding a dart to the skirt part, but if you want to add a dart to yours, you can simply go ahead to do that. After marking my waist measurement divided by 4, so I'll also be marking a sewing allowance of 2 inch like I did for the upper bodice. Next, I'll move over to the hip depth line. And on the hip depth line, I'll mark my hip measurement divided by 4 and mark. After marking that, I'll mark 0.5 inch extra for ease, then 2 inch for the sewing allowance. After doing that, I'll connect the waist to the hip depth line with the curved part of my ruler like this. After connecting the sides, this is what it is going to look like. The next thing we're going to go ahead to do now is to locate the point where the side back effect is going to be. And to do that, I'm going to go ahead to mark half of my bust part measurement. So my bust part measurement is 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. I'll mark that. Then from this point I just marked, I'll be coming down by 3 inch from that point to achieve the back effect on the side. Next, I'll move over to the side and I'll be going up by 3 inch or 2.5 inch on the side and mark. After marking that, I'm going to go ahead to connect the hip line to the 3 inch I went down by on this side. Then I'll connect the side of the hip to the point I just marked with my ruler like you see me doing in the video. So once I'm done doing this, I'm going to go ahead to cut off the excess paper I have around like you see me doing in the video, because I want to replicate this on the other side of the pattern also. So I'm just going to go ahead to cut out the excess paper like you see me doing in the video. Then I'll mark my hip depth line on the other side also, after which I'll open up the paper. So on the other side, I'm going to go ahead to mark my waist to hip depth line and mark. After marking that, I'll open up my paper, then I'll extend the hip depth line to this other side with my ruler like you see me doing in the video. So after extending the hip depth line, the next I'm going to go ahead to do is to measure what I went up by on this side, and I'll repeat the same thing on this other side and mark. After marking that, I'll connect the side hip to this point with my ruler like this. So this is what it is going to look like. The next I'm going to go ahead to do now is to cut it out. So after cutting, this is what the front part of the skirt is going to look like. So next we're going to go ahead to draft the back part of the skirt. So here I have my paper for the back. You can decide not to draft the back on fold. It is not really necessary. You can make it a single piece. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead to do on the back is to measure the waist to hip depth. So my waist to hip depth is 9.5 inch. I'm going to go ahead to take that measurement like this, after which I'll draw a straight horizontal line with my ruler like this. So next I'm going to go ahead to mark my zipper allowance of 1.5 inch, after which I'll connect the 2 points together with a straight line. After doing this, I'll go ahead to insert my waist measurement on the waistline. So I'll mark my waist measurement divided by 4 and mark, plus my seam allowance of 2 inch. And on this hip depth line, I'm going to go ahead to mark my hip measurement divided by 4 and mark, plus 0.5 inch for ease and 2 inch for the sewing allowance. After which I'll connect the waist to the hip depth line with my ruler like this. Once I'm not connecting it, I'm going to be going up by 2.5 inch on the side like I did for the front and mark. Then I'll connect it to my zipper allowance with the curved part of my ruler like this. So the back is not going to be having that back effect. The back effect is going to be on the front alone. So I'll go ahead to connect the sides to the hip depth line with my ruler like you see me doing in the video. So this is what the back is going to look like. Before I go ahead to cut it out, I'm going to go ahead to eliminate the zipper body also. So I'll be going in by 0.5 inch on this side and also on this side. After which I'm going to go ahead to connect it downward by 5 inch with my ruler like you see me do it in the video. Then I'll go ahead to cut it out also. So this is what the back of the skirt is going to look like. So make sure that the side of both the back and the front are aligning, so you don't have issue when it comes to stitching the two pieces together. So the next thing I'm going to go ahead to quickly do now is to cut out my fabric using this pattern I've already gone ahead to cut out. I'm going to go ahead to place my pattern on my fabric, pin it down, then I'll mark my seam allowance of 0.5 inch all the way around. So before cutting out your fabric, make sure you add your seam allowance because it was not added while drafting. The only allowance added while drafting was the side allowance. So every other allowance of 0.5 inch should be added like you see me marking in the video. So guys, in the next tutorial, I'm going to be sharing with you how to join this piece together to achieve this beautiful dress you see here. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe if you are yet to. And also don't forget to like, share and drop a comment. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my other tutorials.